dollar yen is on a collision course of 100. Are we going to see sub-century by the end of the year, some calling 1995?
Well, I think that's a dollar yen has, by the way, moved a long way since the beginning of this year. I think that there's a risk there, but given that the Fed is itching to hike, that risk should be mitigated by a more hawkish Fed come December when we get the rate hike. I think if you look at what's driving dollar yen, a lot of what's driving dollar yen right now is the Fed rather than the BOJ, because dollar yen has in fact moved lower compared to the pre-BOJ level. So I think given a hawkish Fed in front of us, that risk of a substantial decline of dollar yen from here, I think should be limited.
The problem that I have with the BOJ's cocktail of easing measures is you can't fault them for being inventive and for being creative, but it just ain't going to cut 2% inflation, let alone overshoot it. Is that what the market is telling us? Is that why we are seeing something of an unwind here?
Well, I think the market is telling us that the extent of tweaks is quite minor in the overall bigger picture. And if you look at the tweaks itself, it doesn't really add anything to the stimulus. In terms of monetary stimulus, it does steepen the yield curve. That's good for the financial sector, but does not necessarily matter for dollar yen. So I think that's what the market is telling us. BOJ policy doesn't really matter too much for the dollar yen in terms of what they've done yesterday. And dollar yen seems to be more, Fed seems to be more in the driving seat for dollar yen rather than the BOJ.